You can get it. Marvelous.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the channel, y'all. And look. Today, we are going over quite possibly the best deck until spring of 2025. What? That deck I'm going to be talking about has to be Blue Doflamingo. Aww. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you guys. If we don't figure out this matchup, actually, hold up. Yo. I have to let everybody know. Usually, I say YGOD in our How to Beat videos. With this deck quite possibly running the format until February, March of 2025, pause this damn video, and I don't care which deck you are playing. Put below how you pack up Dofi with your particular deck, because the last thing I want is to have this deck running rampant because nobody knows how to play against it. So I don't even care if you're playing the most jank shit out there. If you're playing fucking Purple Magellan, take your Purple Magellan ass into that comment section and tell everybody how you personally beat this deck below. Because the last thing I need is having this deck running rampant. This thing is going crazy in OP09. You see it on the screen. The last thing I want is have this to be running all of 8.5 and then all the way up into 9 and then all the way up until 10. OP010. So with that said, let's go ahead and get straight to the content, gang. Let's get it. So welcome back. It is time to go over the best deck in the format for OPO 8.5, OPO 9, and possibly OPO 10, OP10, whatever the hell you guys want to call it. Let's go ahead and read its leader effect here real quick. Don ×2 when attacking. Reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is the 7 Warlords of the Sea type character with a cost of 4 or less, you may play this card rested. So pretty much in a nutshell, this deck is a miniature RP Law. So if you are a RP Law fan and you missed that deck, just go ahead and play this Blue Dofi, okay? I'm not gonna like you for playing it, but go ahead and play this motherfucker right here. This is the closest thing to RP Law just because it allows you to cheat out extra body characters to the field. Fact, not an opinion. Facts. We're gonna briefly go over this whole entire deck, and then we're gonna go over to what cards you specifically need to look for, and then after that we're gonna tell you how we pack up this deck. But just to let you know, I'm gonna tell you how to pack up this deck. Don't know how well it's gonna help because this deck is that strong. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So this is a vanilla 6K. This is a searcher. This is one of the most broken cards in the game. This is also a searcher. This is also one of the most broken cards in this Blue Dofi deck. We'll get into this a little bit later. This is a searcher. This is a searcher, and this is a 2K. Now this particular card is a combo centric card that goes well with this particular card right here in Jim Bay. So these two kind of go together. Like I said earlier, we'll get into it a little bit later. We have the Buggy, we have the Boa. This card is actually crazy. Just being able to drop it at 4 Don with 6K power is actually insane. And on top of that, it's search with its on play is actually really brazy. We have the Marshall D Teach. This is a flex spot. If you guys didn't see my BY Luffy master class guide for free, it's on the channel. I told you briefly what a flex spot is. This is a flex spot. You guys don't need to run 4, you can run like 2, but this is the championship, Bandai Championship OP09 list on the screen right now. He was running 4, so this is the only reason why I have it. But this is a flex spot. You can take 2 out, put whatever you want. We have the 2 gravity blades, one of the most broken board removal type of cards in the game, and we also have perfume femur. So let's go straight into the cards you need to look out for. So these are all the cards you really need to look out for when you're playing against this deck. We already went over the leader. Let's go over everything else. So the first card we have right here is Edward Weevil. There's nothing you can really do against this card. The main reason why it's on here to really, you know, take note of this card is because of its 6k power. That is the thing about this deck, is they have low bodies, but any character that is a 6k power, such as this card right here, and mainly this card, this Boa, if they attach 1 Don onto this card, they're going to be attacking you at 7, pretty much ripping 2 cards from your hand, unless you have something in your hand that has a 3 or 4k power event. Okay, so if you guys ever see these on the field that's rested, go ahead and remove that. Next card that you guys need to take note of is this shiesty ass card right here. This card just spins the block and fucks everybody's bitch. Fact, not an opinion. Charlotte Pudding, just being able to drop this onto your opponent and reset your opponent's hand while the blue Dofi ends up still having 10 to 15 cards in hand is actually crazy. So you guys need to watch out for this card. You guys need to play around Pudding. Always try to keep your hand size around 5 to 7 cards. If you guys have anything more than that, Pudding's just gonna go ahead and pack you up. 9 times out of 10, if you guys were not playing around Pudding and they drop this on you, you will lose. You will lose because you're getting fresh 5 new cards out of your hand. So watch out for this card. This is another card that I said you guys really need to take note of. Like I said, all these effects are on play effects. You can't really do too much, but the main reason why you see this card on here, because this is the core engine of this deck, is Jinbei. It has gotten so bad with this card that people are even asking for a ban before this card has even came out. I know this card's a dickhead. This card's on some nut ass shit right now. It's spinning the block, and that's a fact, not an opinion. But when you guys see this on the board, out of any other card you see on the board, if you see this card on the board, you need to remove it, whether it be with board removal or attacking, because if you don't and they end up summoning this Trafalgar Law, they're going to end up cycling this Jinbei out to the point where they could possibly use this same Jinbei twice in the same damn turn. So to prevent all that, as soon as you see Jinbei on the field, remove this bitch, remove this pussy. Okay, fact, not an opinion. And I already told you the gist of this card. I mean, a lot of times they might try to bounce something back into your hand, but a lot of times they're going to try to do this cycle with these 2 cards right here. So if you guys ever see this card on the board, remove it instantly. Okay, remove it instantly. Okay, you don't want to be in a position where they keep on cycling you, because they end up getting like 2 or 3 cycles out to where in one turn they're summoning this twice. You're probably going to lose the game. Okay, so we already went over these 2. The next card you guys have to look out for is Boa Hancock. This is the other card. If you guys do not see this card on the field and they have a Boa Hancock and they have an Edward Weevil on the field, you need to remove both of these. Okay, it doesn't matter which one, you just need to really remove both of these, because if you attach 1 Don to one of these characters, whether it be the Boa or the Edward Weevil, they're going to be attacking at 7k, pretty much ripping 2 cards from your hand. And if they can really spam out the board by having this come out on top of maybe one of these are 2 7ks on top of your leader effect as well. So, you know, always get rid of the 4 bodies with 6k power. The Marshall D Teach, you guys need to remove anything that also has to activate main on the field, because if you don't, every single turn he's just going to keep on recurring this effect. So on top of all these, if I have to put on an urgency on when to remove these, I'll probably say this is the #1 thing you need to remove first. Then right after that, you could probably get rid of, you know, probably this blocker and Edward Weevil, and then probably the Marshall D Teach, in my opinion. That's just from personal experience. If you guys find something else, let me know and let everybody know below. But whenever you see activate main, it's not just blue Dofi. You guys always want to remove it. Okay, the next thing we have is Gravity Blade. I'm gonna be honest with you, there's nothing you can really do about this card. This is the best removal card in the game. Some people are even saying this should be banned, just because you can place 2 cost 6 or less characters from the field at the bottom of the deck, pretty much bypassing any type of protection with Sabo or any other cards that have some type of KO protection. This card right here is very, very tough, okay? Definitely tough, so make sure you watch out for this. And the next card, which is the most important card you guys need to look out for, is this card. This is their game-ending card, okay? And this is why we are going to get into how to counter this card, because this is a game-ending card. Pretty much when you use this, gives a character of a 7 Warlords of the Sea an extra 2,000 power, so they're pretty much attacking at 10 down if they were trying to put 10 down onto something. And then on top of that, there's no blocker that can be activated. And if this whole entire deck, I feel like this card should be banned, because this sounds like a red card. This doesn't even sound like a blue card. This card should be banned. That's just my opinion. Let's get into how to pack up this deck. So the first way to beat this deck is board removal, okay? Like I said earlier in the cards to watch out for, you need to just remove the Jinbei, the Edward Weavile, and the Boa Hancock. Main reason why you remove these two is because if they put one down, they're attacking at 7, pretty much ripping 2 cards from your hand. And the fact that they can swarm the board so fast, and then let's say they end up bringing out 2 or 3 of these, that means next turn they're attacking 3 characters at 7k. So whether you see any of these 2 or you see any of these 2, you need to remove them from the field. The next thing that you guys need to do, okay, is remove Jinbei ASAP. This is the #1 card you have to get rid of, because you end up letting this recurrent effect over and over again. You will be packed up, fact, not an opinion. So whenever you see this card on the field, remove this bitch, because this man right here is out of pocket for that type of effect he is using on the gang and everybody else in the community, okay? So when you see this, get rid of this. The third way to beat this deck is play around pudding. Keep your hand size around 5 to 7 cards. So if you see yourself getting 8 or 9 cards, you better start using those bitches. You better start using some of those motherfuckers, gang. You better start ditching some of that shit to the board, because the main reason why you should be ditching everything to the board, because this deck really does not have board removal. So if you guys are playing B. White Luffy, for instance, and like I said in my guide, my master guide, that corny ass shit most of these supposedly pro players call it, 9 times out of 10 they're not going to remove it. So you could put one of those babies onto the field. You could put all your Zoro cards onto the field. You could literally put anything on the field, because they do not have board removal. The last way to really beat this deck, and this is the most important part about this whole entire video, is this Perfume Femur. I probably played against this deck 300 to 400 times, and every single time they try to win, they will usually try to drop a pudding to reset your hand, and then they'll go into Perfume Femur and just really try to attack you at face. This is their game-ending card. So with that being said, you guys need to keep your 2Ks in your hand. Try not to use your 2Ks against this blue Dofi deck, because late game they're gonna drop this on you. 9 times out of 10 they're probably gonna go on the pudding, reset your hand, and try to Perfume Femur, because if you usually do that and you don't draw at least 3 2K, which is very unlikely, you will lose the game. And that's the reason why this deck is so strong. Blue Dofi just literally took over all the hoods right now, and to be honest with you, I gave you a lot of ways to beat this deck, but just to keep it true with y'all, if this thing high rolls, you're just gonna lose anyway. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. I'm telling you guys how to beat it. Let's go ahead and get straight to the gameplay, gang. Let's get it. So I usually say YGOD, shout out to the game, throughout the video or in the beginning of our matches, but right now this is a community effort, because we don't figure out how to beat this deck. Glance at all his fuck buddies is going to be on some dickhead shit and run us out the game, fact, not an opinion. So all we gonna do is summon this Flampy. I know I told you guys to watch out for the Flampy, but
so that was a f***ing lie.
Yeah, hey, that's my fault, gang. That's my fault. I had to summon it. I had to get some hand advantage before he resets me, okay? So it's his turn. Let's see if he's a smart player. Let's see if he's a smart shiest ass player. Let's see. He is a smart player, because he's actually not going to attack into me, and the main reason why he's not attacking me, because he's going to try to starve me. So it's our turn for Don. We could summon the Luffy, but that Kuzan's looking pretty shiesty though. Ooh, what we could do is to bait out the pudding early game, so we can just end up getting our hand back if he's not going to attack our life. I think that could be a move, but you know, we could summon that Luffy too, because I do know for a fact he has no board removal, but that Kuzan's looking icy. So we're just going to attack at face. We're going to attack at face. Come on, bro. What are you taking so long for?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Game just started and he already broke his mouse. You can't even make this up. He counters out. We're gonna summon this ace and we're gonna summon this Luffy. Like I said, he has no board removal. We're gonna take advantage of that. We're gonna take advantage. He has no board removal. We could have went into the Kuzan, but like I said, higher level thinkers already know what to do.
You feel me?
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, man. I wasn't thinking about it.
You already know. Higher levels, higher level thinkers, we already know what we doing, okay? He summons this gecko, he gets this search out, and he passes turn. So we are playing against a very, very good player. So he's still about to get spun. It's our turn. We have 7 cards in our hand. We do have the ace and the Luffy on board. What we need to start doing is that we need to start building up our board. Kuzan and Ice Age is going to be dead in our hand, or just this game in general. So we're going to summon this Luffy. We're going to take the top of our life, get a draw, and then we're going to attack at face. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand. That's not that bad. That's not bad. Let's see if he takes this though. He actually gives us a 2K. Cool. He gives us a 2K and it's on to you. So far so good. I swear, hey, look, gang, I have to tell you, this deck is pretty tough, gang. I ain't gonna hold you. This blue Dofy, this might be the legit tier 1 deck. I don't even mind being first because they don't got no bottom deck. And you see how he bounced that shit back? Trafalgar Law bouncing cards back. This card right here, people are saying Jinbei's banned, but I honestly think this card's just as strong. So he is starving us. Wait, no, he's not gonna starve us. He actually bounces back one of our aces to our hand. I almost lost that. He's gonna attack at face at 7. So he is gonna start attacking us just because he knows we are running low on life. And we always take this. We always take this. He brings out this blocker.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
That was actually disgusting as hell. I ain't even gonna hold you. That was definitely some nut shit. Our turn, we get the draw, we get the Kuzan. And so it's our turn. It's our turn. It's definitely our turn. We could actually start spinning the block right now because actually we don't have a Sabo. So let's just Flampy. We could do that, and we didn't get the fucking Sabo. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, let's just go ahead and use Luffy's ability. Maybe I should have saved my Flampy and should have just used Luffy to get an extra draw instead of just throwing out my Flampy. I think I might have misplayed there. We'll see late game if that even matters. We're gonna use leader effect. Get rid of Ice Age and bring those 2 into the grave. We do not have a fucking Sabo. We're gonna bounce back. It's cool. We're gonna go out in the Sabo right here. We're just gonna go hard into Sabo, which is completely fine. Get rid of this and get rid of that Kuzan because that's actually dead in our hand. Maybe I shouldn't have used my extra 2K, but I was just getting greedy. I was just really just being greedy. That was literally just my fault. That was literally just my fault. It really was. We're gonna attack at lead. Or attack at body, I'm sorry. What am I? I'm tweaking. I was about to attack at lead, my bad. We're gonna attack at 9 at leader. So we have a Sabo out on the board right now. We actually have a really great game state at the moment because we are at 7K. So let's see what he goes into. We only have 1, 2, 3. We have 7 cards in hand. So if he's putting us, we're only going to be losing 2 cards. The trick about using BY Luffy against this blue Dofy, he actually bottom decks. He grabbed blades my damn Sabo. Thank God I had one. Thank God I had one in my life. Holy shit, gang. Holy shit. So in order for us to not lose our last Sabo, we have to counter out. Okay, we definitely have to counter out. He brings out this Luffy. Oh, so he's not even going to attack us, which is even better, because that means we get to use our Luffy ability and get an extra draw. That was a fail on his end. should have attacked me, so I had to bring out the 2K. So when it's time for you to drop the unblockable blocker, I would have no more 2K. So you pretty much just failed right there. But hey, it is what it is. We actually get the ÄŭⱠ What a fucking draw. Holy shit, what a draw. Holy shit. That was actually crazy. That was actually crazy. I'm about to slap the shit out this man. So if all that being said, let's go ahead and use Luffy's ability. So we do have a really, really big hand. We have to start dropping these cards from our hand. We are at Tindon, so we are definitely going to Gecko. We're gonna drop this Luffy. And the biggest thing about playing against this deck is that we have to try to just get rid of cards on the field. So right now he has, so let's just summon this Luffy. It's okay. I pump faked you guys. We aren't gonna go straight into the Gecko. We're just gonna go into the Luffy, pop that Gecko. We're gonna go into the ÄŭⱠ Cool. Shuffle out our hand, and we are just gonna get rid of our Searcher and probably an Ace, right? Or the Searcher. Okay, we can get rid of that. Maybe I should have got rid of that Ace, but I think I already have an Ace in the graveyard anyway, so I guess it didn't really matter. You might as well hold it for, you know, late game. We're at 4K. So let's just put 4 or I think 3 on him. Attack at 11, and then we're gonna attack at 12. All right, so we're looking good. We're looking good. We're looking good, y'all. Pour up, pour up. We are looking really, really good. We haven't seen a Jinbei all game, so we're looking pretty shiesty right now. We're looking real shiesty. We got 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 8K, 2Ks worth of 2Ks in our hand. We have the Ace and 2 Geckos. So our hand's actually looking really, really stacked, especially if we end up seeing a big Ace. So next turn, we're gonna do the cycle with the ÄŭⱠ at least minimum. So let's see what he does. So he attacks at 8. We always counter out. He brings out the Jinbei, so he's trying to do some Jinbei shenanigans. Boo! Boo! He brings out the man himself. And he also brings out Edward Weavile, gang. And then he red rocks me. Oh my God. This guy is just drawing the nuts.
The game is broken! I'm losing every single game! Again! Again!
This guy is literally drawing the nuts. He has everything. This guy is literally drawing the nuts. We do have a baby ÄŭⱠ in hand. We do have a Luffy. So what we're going to do is, I feel like actually, I don't even think we even have the, I don't even think we have a ÄŭⱠ engraved. Oh shit. So we're gonna use Luffy's ability, get a +2, attack at Jinbei, get him off the field immediately. Like I said earlier, if you ever see this Jinbei on board, you always have to get rid of it. Fact, not an opinion. We're gonna, actually, I think it's time for us to go into Gecko. So let's go into Gecko and just go into 2 Luffys, because I'm gonna be honest with you. We don't have no blockers, which means he's probably gonna try to go for game. Discard 1 card. Honestly, I think we might go for that Gecko. I think we might have to drop that Gecko just in case, because we drop, or we could drop the Flampy. We might be able, I don't know. Should we drop the Flampy or Gecko here? Huh. It's actually a very, very important question we need to answer right now. Shit. Let's drop the Flampy. Fuck it. So let's bring out both our Luffys. It doesn't even matter. We don't have a blocker because he bottom decked me because he's a pussy. This guy, look, Young Bull is drawing, gang. I'm trying to tell you, we're gonna pop this Weavile. Like I said, get rid of all the 6K powers, and then we're gonna attack at life. So he has to win this game or this turn, because if he does not win this turn, he's going to lose. Because if he brings out a blocker next turn, it doesn't matter because I already have a Gecko, I have a Luffy, and I'm going to be at 9K next turn. So he has to go for game this turn. If he does not go for game this turn, and he could try to put in me, but let's see, I got 6 cards in hand. So I've been playing around putting, if he put in me, he's literally just wasting 4 Dawn at this point. So we've literally played around putting this whole game. He's actually going full at face, and I told you late game. I told you late game. This is what these bitch ass motherfuckers do. They attack me at 15. They don't know I got the counter because I held it because I listened to the beginning of the game. I listened to the beginning of the game, and now you're sitting there looking stupid. Let's fucking go.
I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
And that's how you beat these cringe ass Blue Dofi players. They used to be Luigi players, now they're cringe ass meta slave. Blue Dofi, I'm sorry, yo ass just got cooked.
His ass cooked. He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Hey y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. A lot of time went into it, but the streets been asking for it. The streets been clamoring for it. So I got y'all. Do everything I told you in this video. And if we actually follow suit, Dofi won't be so oppressive compared to how it is in OP09. Fact, that opinion. That's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next one. But look, before I go, if you're feeling the vibes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll go.